My understanding of God growing up, it wasn't really talked about much in the household. So I never knew much about Christianity or God. Even into, most of my adulthood, I guess, put it most simply, I didn't need God, and so I didn't know God. Things were working out well. I went to college, I graduated, I found my girlfriend, now wife, Taffy, in college. I was a good person. Things just worked out pretty easily for me. I believed evolution was the answer. We came from monkeys and one chromosome away, and since it was on TV, it must be true, right? It's scientists say it, and so there it is. I didn't really know what my image of God was. I thought maybe there's something out there. Absolutely, there could be, but has God come down and controlled anything in my life? No. I just didn't really think I needed him. I was very content. Taffy and I had our first daughter, Cheyenne. Having a child is difficult. The pressures of me having a job, her having a job, now we have this baby. I wanted to go out and hang out with friends. She wanted to have more family time. Slowly but surely, we, by 2 degrees, started to kind of go off a little bit in our own paths. We started to separate our feelings from each other. We were almost becoming more roommates than we were husband and wife with a daughter. I almost ruined our marriage with some infidelity, and Taffy left. That was the first time I ever really got to see that my world could be turned upside down and how much she meant to me. I drove out to California to go grab her, drive her back. I knew it was gonna be a long road, but I think I was happy enough that she was even willing just to come back. She had some girlfriends who went to what I think was MOPS at the time. One of them invited her to come. And so I think that was the first time that she really heard about who God is. I encouraged her, you go, have a great time, still not for me, Sunday football's on. Slowly but surely, I got to see what it was doing to her, and she started to change. I decided to, at that point, okay, you gotta go once, at least, just to appease her, be a good husband, be there with the family. And then one day she tells me we're gonna go to dinner with the pastor. We're gonna go to dinner with Rustin. I thought she was crazy. That also was my next first experience, realizing that Christianity isn't about just picture-perfect people or the Sunday Christian. We had dinner with Rustin, and he was very real. And it astonished me that now my wife is becoming a different person. And secondly, this man is now pastoring a church. That was the point that I realized that sinners are even more welcome with God. I really started to challenge myself with God and who he is versus the evolution, because evolution was, to me at that time, facts. It was very black, white, this is what happened. And how is God scientific? And so I met with Rustin for a while. I think it was probably about a good year of just going through, what does this mean? What does that mean? What is this story? How does God deal with this? And I think I was still looking for the black and white answers. Here's a problem, here's exactly how you solve it. But through the conversations, I came to really realize that it's more of a relationship with God, and it's not rules. One day we're sitting in Whole Foods, having some sushi, and just having one of our conversations where once again, I think I was possibly challenging, and he at that moment was like, Chris, you believe in God. It almost took him just to say it out verbally. I still didn't fully know, but I allowed myself to accept that maybe I do believe in God. No, scratch that. I do believe in God. That was really the first point that I felt that Jesus died for our sins so I could get rid of my sins completely. And from that point forward, I was absolutely all in. My life has changed dramatically. He is the foundation that we lay everything on now. That allows me to put pride aside when we're in an argument. That allows me to just be wholesome with my wife. The fact that we've been through as much as we have and we're stronger today than we ever were back then is only God. There's no other way.